Hello, everyone. Welcome to Meyer's Megafictional Musings. I'm John Wayne. Greetings, and thank you so much to Guilty Feet, Daniel, for the tag for spoilers. A true booktube player and gentleman. So thanks again for your support, Daniel, as I lurch towards 100 subscriptions. Pretty excited. I love the idea of tags. This is my first tag video, actually. I did not do the booktube newbie tag, regretfully. Instead, I made some kind of random greetings and get to know you video, which I'm not too fond of anyway. But I love the idea of tags, and this one, I love the specificity of this one, I guess, talking about spoilers. So thanks a lot, Daniel, and let's get started here. First question says, what do you consider a spoiler? And I'm sure you won't mind. Noah, at Everybody Who Reads It Must Converse, absolute mentor for me as I've engaged with the booktube community. But him and I had a bit of a back and forth about talking about spoilers, and he had mentioned something that really rang true with me. And he thinks like a spoiler is probably something that is given away when it's something that the author intentionally kind of withheld, right? So it resonated with me, and that was again from Noah. Additionally, though, I think for me the phrase itself, in and of itself, the word spoiler is just too strong of an adjective. Because I just think every time you read a book, at least for me, it's an entirely personal and unique experience each time. And although it is a fine balance, especially when we're doing reviews, that you want to provide meaningful and relevant content, but still you want to consider obviously not giving anything away in terms of perhaps events in the resolution or plot points that you don't want to give away. Question number 2 says, does the genre you're reading impact what you consider to be a spoiler? And if I understand this correct question, then resounding yes for me. In the sense that I think it's a little difficult to even taint, let alone spoil a book for me. Because when I think about the genre I've been reading, especially lately, it's these postmodern, metafictional titles. And when I read those, they just simply can't be spoiled, in my opinion. The reading is centered on the process itself, and whatever kind of intrinsic formulations I can make from that is uniquely my own. So I don't think a book can be spoiled. So yeah. Question number 3 says, all the best bits are in the trailer. Sometimes a synopsis can be too detailed. Do you research books prior to reading, or do you go in blind? And yeah, after reflecting upon this question a little bit, I would say that is a resounding yes, as in I do research whatever I'm going to be reading. In other words, I don't know about you folks, but I spend a good many hours each week either on BookTube, Twitter, or Instagram. So I'm listening to what people have to say about these books I want to read. I'm, carefully selecting. So yeah, I definitely like to do some research before I jump into my titles. Question number 4 says, sometimes the introduction or translator's notes can spoil the ending, especially for classics. Has this ever happened to you? Based on what I said in the last question, I really have never had a book spoiled for me, so no, it has not. Now, I'm not sure I can even really remember a translator's note or introduction that I have read. Anyway, I don't know, I might have skipped a few in my time. But question number 5 says, name a time somebody spoiled a novel for you. Now, to answer this, it has to be clear that I don't finish books that I'm not enjoying. But so apparently these days, though, I'm enjoying everything I'm reading and then some, because I've finished everything I've read. But no, I can honestly say I've never had a book be spoiled for me. Now, someone could have walked up to me and told me right before I finished, say, The Tunnel, what was going to happen at the end of the book, and I wouldn't care. It still wouldn't be spoiled for me, so no. Number 6 is, have you ever spoiled a novel for somebody else? Well, yes. Thinking about this question, how about 100 or so grade 7 students? We just finished actually a novel study with my group called The Art of Racing in the Rain. For those of you that know that book, the author Garth Stein has written the same story, but for young adults. So he rewrote it for a younger audience. And during December, for a little time there, where I live, the kids were doing online schooling, of course, right? So I put together an assessment booklet with some comprehension questions from the story, and I just posted them all at once. And a couple of kids mentioned to me that, Mr. Meyer, there are spoilers.
Camden Edmund, your mom is here, Camden.
There are spoilers.
Edmund from 6P.
Said,
and Julia Dela Cruz.
So you had to just wrap up that thought. I have spoiled a book for a few grade 7 students who were eager to sort of read ahead because the questions I put kind of gave away some things that were going to be happening in the story. So basically, yes, I've spoiled a book for kids. Then I also just want to share that led to me just doing kind of a big long spiel to the grade 7 students about how I don't believe that a book can be spoiled and that they should still jump in with a positive attitude and hopefully enjoy the book and that sort of thing. So yeah. Now, number 8 says, when reviewing, are you spoiler free? Does this limit your ability to discuss? Yes. So I did mention this before, but it certainly affects my reviews because often the books I read, there's so much that I want to, just share with everyone and talk about, but I am always mindful of not giving things away for those readers that it might happen for, of course. So I'll say that I am a spoiler-free reviewer. Once again, big thank you to Guilty Feet for the tag. I really appreciate it, Daniel. I enjoyed this video. And again, it really holds me accountable to create more content for the 83 subscribers I have. Now, in that vein, as per the tag, I do want to give a shout out to some other booktubers. My initial goal was to only do people that have fewer followers than me, but that was a little tough. So I want to give a shout out to John over at the tumescent.tbr is a new booktuber. He's only got a few followers and videos, but I really dig it. I like his delivery, I like his passion, and he's very well read, wide-ranging titles, and he's also a dad like myself. So go give John at the Tumescent TBR a follow. Second shout out is for, definitely has more followers than me, but not that many. Out of the Page, another channel I really, really like. Specifically, you guys, his video on difficult literature is tremendous. I've watched it numerous times. So go give him a follow, Out of the Page. And the last person I'd like to tag is Levity Books, who I know has recently explored German literature in his videos. So another great booktuber there. So give those guys a follow. By the way, I will post all of those people in the description box today. So thanks again, Daniel. Take it easy, BookTube. I hope you're all well, and I hope to do another video soon. Naked Singularity. Later.